Hey guys, just a quick word. YouTube has demonetized us once again, so if you want to support No Jumper and what we do over here on this YouTube channel, there are 3 easy ways. First off, the free options. That would be liking, commenting, subscribing, or just telling a friend. Or you could head on over to nojumper.com and buy a shirt like the one I'm wearing right now, or one of the products featured right here. The third way, and one of the best ways to support this channel, is to actually hit up one of our live streams and have us play your music. We charge $100 per song, but it gives you a really good way to get feedback on your content. Plus, it really helps keep us making content since we can rely on those donations. The podcasts don't always make so much money, but those help a lot. So appreciate everybody for supporting. Let's get right into this content. Yo, I got to admit, I'm super curious about how you linked with 6ix9ine to do that fucking Latin song, the Bebe song.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy because, like, people laugh a lot when I say, like, everything is destiny. Like, shit's destiny. Some things are just unexplainable. Some things just happen when they're supposed to. Oh, everything happens when it's supposed to, I believe. And some, like, a lot of great things, you know, that happen is just like, how the fuck did this happen? It's like always unexplainable. I think that's the fucking best. But with 6ix9ine, I was at this Kanye West studio, at his old studio, and just working, and my boy ran in the room. It's like, yo, 6ix9ine's outside. 6ix9ine outside. So I was like, yo, tell him come in. And bro just walked in with like 5 securities and was just like, yo, it's good. Like, he was feeling the vibe, bro. And he was just like, yo, I got, he said something like I think he had like another room booked. But then he asked me if he could use my room. So I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, I know who you are, let's get it. And then from there, like, we just vibing. And it's crazy because, like, even that day, it was like people circling like the studio, like looking for bro. So like that was a crazy situation too.
I mean, there's like a couple of different LA trips that 6ix9ine took, and I remember there being like an early one where he was just around a bunch of gangbangers, didn't really have any security and stuff. And I remember hearing like Tory Lanez talk about kicking him with him at that time and being like, yo, this fool was out there with no security. It was nuts. Yeah. But then the next time he came after that was the time that he supposedly racked up like $100,000 security bill and was surrounded by like the US Army the whole time.
Yeah. So I think it was kind of around that time.
Yeah.
Because it was mad dudes there. And then even him, he wasn't really rolling with like mad like friends. It was just like 2 kids that he would never even post, that you wouldn't even think he would be cool with. Like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody cool over there. And he came in, and then I remember like he was already super big, obviously. So I just told him like, yo, my nigga, you need to make a Spanish song, bro. Like you need to do this shit. Cause I peeped that like he started traveling to all the Spanish countries and doing crazy shows. So I'm like, bro, do a Spanish song. Boom. Then after that, we came up with Bebe. And I remember he wrote down his lyrics like on a cereal box. Like, he like ripped it open. And so like he was in a booth like this, like holding a cereal box, like rapping. Like, it's crazy.
So you saw him write the song?
Yeah, like him and his friends, like, yeah.
Okay. Because I've always, and I know that as a producer, you don't ever want to snitch on nobody, but I've always kind of like heard people say that he didn't write his shit. So I'm always interested about people who are sort of around when he was actually doing the recording process.
I mean, bro, like anybody can write. Anybody, like, you know what I'm saying? There's songs that have the dumbest, like, simplest lyrics. There's songs that have complex stuff, like,
but
whatever.
The flow itself is kind of the difficult thing for a lot of people.
Bro comes up with flows,
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, 6ix9ine for sure came up with lyrics. Even like for Kanye, we did some stuff in Colombia. Like, bro for sure does, you know, but it's nothing wrong to have like help either. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, you know, you might have a better idea than I do, and it might make the song go crazy. Let's do it.
Do you think that the idea of doing a Spanish type song was completely new to him at that point, and he hadn't really thought about it?
Yeah, it was. I think it was like really new. Like, he said, like, yeah, he's like, yeah, like, you know, I've been thinking about it, but he never actually did it. So like, Bebe is the first one, and we got a few more, but I don't know if they'll ever come out.
And that song really stood out to me when I first heard it too, where I was like, oh my God, like, this is a real problem. Like, this dude can make hit songs that don't sound anything like Gummo. It's
insane, bro. Like, I remember after we made the song, he was like, yo, Ronny, trust me, 10 for 10, bro. It's gonna be 10 for 10. And that shit was 10 for 10, bro. And like, even that, like, we made the song, and like, he told me, like, he was telling, you know, he was telling me, like, you know, he only goes to the studio like twice a month. Cause like, you know, like, he's like, he understood that, like, he's just in it to make the bread, cause he knew that he wasn't gonna be hot forever. But he also knew that, like, any song that, like, he ran with would be something, you know? So he would go in there and make one song and make that one song be something. Like,
it's so weird how that worked out for him, because I feel like for most people, if they try to just make one song and make that the song and push the fuck out of that song, that it doesn't really work. It's usually dudes make 20 songs and they find one song that works and they push that. But even when I interviewed 6ix9ine, when he didn't even have Gummo out and shit, I remember him saying, like, I only ever made, like, I forget what number he said, but it was like 8 songs or like some crazy low number that he had not really recorded much. Yeah, at least he said.
Like, bro, like, low-key just like hacked the industry, bro. Like, for real.
That's so crazy. So it's crazy to think about that the 6ix9ine and Pierre situation. And I just wanted to ask you as a producer how you felt about that, because I recently was doing an interview with Complex and they asked me how I felt about that situation, and I was like, man, that was a weird situation that we haven't really seen happen in hip hop, where the snippet came out and it had Pierre's tag on it, and then the full song came out and it was removed. And at some point, Pierre just sort of had to be like, all right, whatever, like I'll take the money. But he didn't want that situation to play out like that. From your perspective as a producer, could you ever imagine that happening to you?
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Okay.
You know, it happens, bro. It's like at the end of the day, like not every artist wants a tag, you know, not every song needs a tag. You know, I'm all about just like going against the grain and like doing things that you're not supposed to do. So I'll throw a tag in on any type of song, on a Madonna song, like I don't care. But, you know, not every artist wants that, and you gotta understand, like, it's their song too, you know? So like if you wanna have a great relationship, then, you know, just let it rock, you know what I'm saying? Just make some type of agreement. Like even on Bebe, I wanted my tag, but 6ix9ine was like, no, bro, trust me, like, you know, like it's my first Spanish song. I want it to be like really like commercial, whatever. So I was with it, and he was like, yo, bro, I promise you for the next one, you put the tag in, and which it is. So it's like,
that's crazy.
It's all like situational, you know, relationship based.
Damn, that's so crazy. Just because that must have opened up your music to a totally different market, where you had people listening to your beats that had never really even heard it before.
And I'm okay with that, because, like, you know, I'd rather be rich than famous. Like, I ain't tripping.
Is that the mentality, rich over famous?
I mean, yeah, like, I don't do this for fame, you know? But obviously, like, the more people that know you, the more income. You know what I'm saying? The more people you could touch. So my goal is to touch the world, you know what I'm saying, in a very positive, spiritual way. So, you know, I'm working on that, just, you know, but I don't do it for fame. Like, I do it because, like, it's what I love to do, you know what I'm saying? It's, like, it's part of my life. It's my everyday life.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What was it like recording with Bhad Bhabie?
She cool. Like, she like a little sis, you know, like real cool, like young chick, you know what I'm saying? She's super like advanced for her age, you know. A lot of times you talk to her, you forget how old she is. She just be hella like, you know, like on top, like she's just like hella aware, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Like I could just kick it with her. Like she just, you know.
She never tried beef with you?
Nah.
She always be getting mad at the rappers that she works with. She's always flipping out on one of them. I was just waiting for her to get mad at Ronnie.
Nah, we just like real cool, bro. Like I don't know. I kind of felt like she had like a little crush on me, like when she first met me. But I don't know. Like that's a little sis.
Yeah, it's probably just like a big bro type vibe.
I don't know. Like, her mom crazy too.
Her mom is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, her mom is hilarious. I totally forgot about her. Yeah, I did a vlog where I was talking to her mom, and then the label hit me up and made me cut out a big chunk of it because she was just talking super reckless about how wild her daughter is.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, like that. The whole family, like, it's lit though. Like I met a lot of her family. You know what I'm saying? She lit.
That's fire. Is there anybody in the industry that you think about and you're like, oh, that's one person that I still haven't managed to get in the studio with that I really respect and I would really like to work with?
Yeah, Future. Shout out Future. You know what I'm saying? I never met him, but I'm very inspired by Future, and I can't wait to work with Future.
Do you have an A&R who tries to like line shit like that up?
I mean, yeah, I got different people, you know, that try to make things happen. But a lot of my plays, like a lot of whatever you see happen for me is like kind of just like off of me.
Right. You just sort of go with it from a more organic perspective?
That, or it's just like, I make shit happen, like for myself, you know. I don't really wait around for no one else, and like all placements that I get, like 90% is on my own, 95%. So,
are there any producers you look at where you're like, I want to have a career like them, like where you really kind of have modeled yourself over after what they were doing or the kind of moves that they made?
I ain't gonna lie, right now, DJ Mustard is flexing on a whole nother level. So I don't know what bro's doing, but I for sure want to flex like that.
What, that Roddy Ricch video made an impression on you? He just put out a new one with him that was a pretty ballin' affair, I think.
I didn't even see it, bro.
Oh, okay.
I gotta check it out though.
Yeah. That's what's up. No, I seen Mustard when I was in England for Wireless.
That's all right.
And I was like, damn, that's fire to fly all the way to England just so you can come out for one Migos song.
Yeah.
He might have been playing on his own set as well, but.
Yeah, nah, but like, you know, not really, bro. I want to be different. I mean, you know, like I was always into Pharrell, you know, growing up, because like the ice cream bape and all that. I love that. I used to buy the fake stuff back in the day. Not even just like on a producer tip, because I didn't know I wanted to be that, you know. But just like everything fashion, the fact that like he could sing and make the beat and like people just accept it. I like that. But as far as like, you know, I want to be able to like design my own world, continue to create that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
8 or 9 baby mamas too. That's one of the main things I think about with Future. He's just out here running the world. He's gonna have a whole army, a whole country of his offsprings.
Yeah, he going crazy, bro. I can't indulge in that though.
That's too risky. Yeah. You ain't made that much money off Spotify yet.
Shit, even if I do,
that's not what you want to invest in.
Yeah, I take like 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1 baby mom.
2. Man, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I did have I wanted to ask you about the type beat thing, because that's kind of, I feel like you were one of the first people that was like Ronny J type beats and shit like that. I really started seeing all the time. So it was like, I read in an interview with you where you said that you don't really like think that the type beat thing is that great of an idea, but I've also heard a lot of people say that that's kind of like the whole way that they got into the game.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Damn, bro, like there's so many different ways I feel about that. But so like in the beginning, like I said before, you know, I always felt like as soon as I start seeing type beats, then it's like, all right, bet, like I made it to some type of, you know, whatever. Like people know what I'm doing. So I thought that was cool. In the beginning, I used to kind of be like, damn, like, you know, like how can you be a legend if you're making type beats? You know what I'm saying? You can make a hit. Anybody can make a hit, bro. You can make a beat right now and give it to somebody that pulls up to this podcast and make a hit. Like, no cap. So, but it's like, how can you be a legend? You know what I'm saying? I want to stand out. I want to be 101. So like, I made sure that I just did what I wanted to do. Even if it wasn't hot at the time, I just did what I wanted to do, but I also put, you know, I also gave people what they wanted as well. You feel me? Right now, I embrace it though. As far as the type beats, I love it. Like, I want all my fans, everyone keep going crazy. You know what I'm saying? If I inspire you, that's awesome. Like, you feel me? That's super lit.
Yeah, when you have a young kid hit you up and say like, you know, I admire what you've done so much and I want to get in the game, what do you kind of tell them? Because it's tough. It's like a lot of times the advice that I got to give them is basically just the sacrifice, hang out of the studio, just try to work with anybody you can, just be around people. Don't be super pressed to like make a song every night. You know, a lot of the producers I know who have sort of worked their way into the industry is because they just were willing to be around the artists and kick it long enough that they got a chance to prove themselves. Yeah,
and I think that's cool. You know, I think there's many different ways to make it within, you know, the music. I would tell, you know, I would get, like, the advice that I would give is to basically stay consistent, you know, just, like, lock in with whoever you can and really just, like, create relationships, like, great relationships. Just keep, you know, your face clean, you feel me? Don't take nothing personal. That's a major thing right there. And, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Basically, just don't compete with me. I'm on top of the world. I'm Ronny J.
Stay on my way, exactly. I'm my guy. My guy, Ronny.
So how did you end up getting inserted into the MGK and Eminem thing? Like, who did you do a beat for first out of that whole situation?
I think I for sure sent Eminem beats before I met MGK.
Okay.
But then I was just like in LA. The homie knew MGK. Was like, yo, I can have him pull up now. He pulled up. And then MGK was just like, yo, like, you know, I've been hearing about you, you know, from like everywhere. Like, I had to see what's up. So he just pulled up on me. I played beats maybe, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes. He picked some. He took it to a studio, and then the first song he made was Rap Devil. Yeah. And then, like, even like around then, like, I didn't even know that like him and M had an issue. Like, I didn't even know about that, you know?
So that happened, and then Eminem just happened to use one of the beats that you had already sent him?
Crazy, exactly.
That's some wild shit.
And that's why I say destiny, because like, I had nothing in, like, you know, I had nothing to do with that. Like, I didn't set that up, you know, it's like meant to happen.
But you think in M's mind that was like, oh, this is funny. I'm gonna get on the same beat from the same producer just to sort of troll him in a way.
Honestly, bro, like when that first happened, I kind of was like, damn, it's crazy. Like, I don't know Eminem, so I don't know if he's still gonna rock with me after this, you know? And then like with MGK, I just met him, so I wasn't too sure, but off of his vibe, I felt like he didn't care. Like, he was on some like young nigga shit. Like, I wanna have fun. Like, let's start war. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's cool that like they both like don't care. It's just about the music, you know? Right. It's not even like, oh, like, if anything, it's kind of like, yo, like, we both have a Ronny J beat. Like, who did it better? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're definitely the only person out of that who's clearly only benefiting. You know, everybody else is like, yeah, they got popular songs and shit, and they're making money off those songs, but you're the only person who doesn't have to get involved and gets to make money off both songs. It was insane,
bro. It was insane. And the cool thing about it is, like, MGK, that's the bro, it's big bro. So, like, you know, we still got hella stuff on the way. You know, we plan on making a tape together and all. So.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
It's dope.
Fire. So, what are, like, your big aspirations going forward right now? Like, what do you really want to see in terms of shit that you can bring to the table over the next year or two?
I definitely want to, you know, I definitely want to continue to keep on recording and get better. You know what I'm saying? I want to continue to drop more music as an artist. You know, I want the world to see me as an artist entirely, not just producer or artist. It's just like whatever I bring to the table. I definitely want to continue to just like be more in tune with like myself, and you know, continue to learn myself so I can make the best music possible, and you know, just to really put people on to like you know, being healthy, bro, and having like, you know, a pure soul, a pure mind.
Being healthy, is that kind of something you've been focused on? Is just taking better care of your mind and your body?
Yeah, bro, that's super like big, you know, part of my life. Like I work out, if not like every day, like, you know, like every other day.
See, we're seeing the slow change of the SoundCloud rap generation too, because like at the time that music started hitting, I was getting fucked up, and now I'm all like working out, eating super healthy.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
It is. No, it's a beautiful thing, bro. And like the truth is, like, you feel much better. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't done it, you should try it. You know, eat McDonald's, whatever you do for like a few days, and then switch it up, and you're gonna feel like a difference. And plus, like, I like to look good, so like, you know, like I'm on a tip, bro. Like I see myself, like I know where I want to be, and I'm just working towards that. Like every single day, I'm not just like sitting on my ass, like, you know. But, you know, I might drink with you. I might, you know, hit something, like, you know, whatever.
Well, it's easy to get complacent when you've already had a lot of success, you know?
Yeah. But like I'm saying, like I could still like turn up, have some fun, and then get right back to it. You know?
Right. No, you're still young.
Yeah.
Myself, if I turn up and have some fun.
Nah, you're a rock star, bro. You lit.
Yeah. I do it all sober nowadays though. So,
weird.
you know, mostly sober. Besides the kush.